Channel message.
You do not have to stay at the scene of your own survival, waiting to see whether justice arrives. At some point, you have to leave. Not because what happened suddenly became acceptable, and not because accountability stopped mattering. You leave because your life is never supposed to become a waiting room for somebody else's consequences. You have already given enough time to what hurt you, enough thought, enough recovery, enough nights trying to understand how people could knowingly make certain choices and still move through the world as though nothing happened. There comes a point when the question has to change. Instead of wondering, when are they going to get theirs? Ask yourself, what am I doing with what I still have? Your life is still here, and every season cannot be a healing season. There are wounds that require time. There are experiences that rearrange you. There are things you cannot simply pray over on Tuesday and wake up untouched by on Wednesday. Healing matters, but healing is supposed to take you somewhere. You're not meant to spend the rest of your life walking through the same emotional hospital, carrying a chart with their name on it. Eventually, you discharge yourself. You start living. You discover what mornings feel like when your first thought has nothing to do with what happened. You become interested in things again. Your imagination returns. Your sense of humor comes back. You start wanting things that have nothing to do with proving somebody wrong. That is progress too. And sometimes it is harder to recognize than pain. Pain announces itself. Peace can arrive quietly enough that you almost overlook it. One day you will realize you went hours without thinking about them. Then a day. Then several. Something inside of you has stopped reporting for duty at a war that already ended. Let it. You do not need to drag yourself back into the battlefield every time life begins feeling good. There is a strange loyalty people can develop towards their own recovery. You have worked so hard to understand what happened that understanding becomes a part of your identity. You become the person healing, the person rebuilding, the person processing, the person learning boundaries, the person recovering from betrayal, the person doing shadow work around another thing they survived. Eventually, even healthy language can keep you psychologically stationed in an old season. You are allowed to graduate. Some lessons have already taught you what they came to teach. You do not need to keep retaking the class simply because you remember how difficult the exam was. Take the wisdom. Leave the classroom. There are other parts of your life waiting for your attention. Some of you have spent so much energy protecting yourself from what happened before that you have forgotten protection was supposed to create enough safety for you to actually enjoy something afterward. Vigilance has a job. It is supposed to help you recognize what you will never tolerate again. It is not supposed to become the architect of your entire future. You can be discerning without treating every new person like an old enemy wearing a different face. You can remember what happened without mentally rehearsing it every morning. You can protect what matters without turning your whole life into a fortress. A fortress keeps danger out. It could also keep life out if you never open the gate. And life has been trying to reach you. There are experiences waiting for a version of you that was finally available for them. Work that requires your attention. Ideas that need your imagination. Relationships that do not require you to bleed first and suffer first before proving they matter. Money you have not made yet. Places you haven't been. You have room in that passport, don't you? Rooms where nobody knows the version of you that had to fight so hard to survive. That knew you, improved you, that better you, exalted you, right? People who will meet you without needing the entire backstory before they know how to treat you. That is part of divine order too. Too often people talk about divine order only when imagining what God is doing to somebody who wronged them. What if divine order is also what God is doing for you? The doors are opening quietly. The conversations that lead somewhere will happen unexpectedly. The opportunity that would have never fit inside your old life. The relationship you could not have recognized while you were still emotionally bonded to chaos. The ability to finally receive something healthy without confusing peace for boredom. The future does not always announce itself with thunder. It will creep up on you. Will you be ready? Sometimes it looks like having enough room inside your own mind for something new to enter. You do not need to know what is happening on the other side for that future to continue unfolding. Karma knows where to find them. You don't need to wait around. And spiritually speaking, karma does not need MapQuest. It has GPS. People can change addresses, change cities, change relationships, change jobs, change social circles, change appearances, change the story they tell themselves. None of that creates distance from the choices they continue carrying. Karma is not searching for their apartment, for their single wide, their double wide townhome. It's not searching for that. It is attached to the pattern. A person who refuses to examine their character takes that character everywhere. The scenery changes, the pattern travels, the name changes, the outcome keeps introducing itself. Eventually, somebody has to notice that the common denominator has been riding in the car the entire time. That is why you do not need to follow them. You don't need updates. You don't need somebody calling you 6 months from now saying, "Girl, you won't believe what happened." You may believe it. Yeah. You still do not need to build your afternoon around it. That's not the afternoon delight we are looking forward to, right? Justice does not become more legitimate because you personally witness the delivery. Some consequences are public. Some are private. Some arrive quickly. Some take years. Some arrive in the spirit. Some look nothing like the punishment the human ego imagined. A person can possess everything they thought would make them happy and discover they cannot enjoy any of it. They can enter new relationships carrying the same inability to love responsibly. They can gain status and remain terrified of being exposed. They can accumulate money while continuing to make decisions from scarcity. They can surround themselves with people while never, ever feeling safe enough to trust anyone. They can keep running towards new beginnings and repeatedly recreate the same ending. You do not have to decide which consequence counts. That is above your pay grade. And frankly, you've got better things to do. Your spiritual life does not need to become an unpaid internship in divine collections. God does not need you calling every week, asking whether the account has been settled. Release the invoice. Your name is not on it. That does not mean you stop caring about justice now. It means you stop confusing justice with personal surveillance. There is freedom in understanding that consequences can exist without requiring your attention. You have your own cause and effect working too. Every decision you make now is creating something. Every time you invest in yourself instead of an old conflict, that investment goes somewhere. Every hour spent creating instead of monitoring becomes part of a different future. Every relationship you choose from self-respect changes the quality of your environment, right? Every time you refuse to abandon yourself for somebody else's approval, your life becomes structurally different. Your karma is moving too. People hear the word karma and immediately imagine punishment. Karma is also harvest. What are you planting now? What are you planting now? What's in your garden? That is the question worth your energy. If you keep planting vigilance, suspicion, anger, and constant anticipation of somebody else's downfall, eventually you may realize you built another life around them without them even being present. Do not do that to yourself. Let's not do that. Let's agree to not do that. Plant something they have nothing to do with. Plant a career. Plant a business. Plant education. Plant friendships. Plant healthy, reciprocal love. Plant financial stability. Plant laughter. Plant walking that dog like you're supposed to, right? Plant a home that feels peaceful when you walk through the door. Plant routines that make your nervous system understand that the emergency is over. Give your future material to work with. You survive enough to know life can change quickly. Use that knowledge in both directions. If everything could fall apart faster than you expected, things can also come together in ways you have not predicted yet. You have not met every person who will love you. You have not met every person who will love you. You have not discovered every talent you possess. You have not seen every place where you are going to feel at home. You have not earned every dollar that would eventually pass through your hands. You have not created your best work yet. There are still versions of you that current you has no memory of because they have not happened. Go meet them. All right? That is where your attention belongs now. There may always be part of you that remembers what was done. Fine, right? Memory does not have to become residence. You can visit the lesson without moving back into the house. You can speak about what happened when speaking serves a purpose and then go eat dinner. You can recognize a trigger without turning it into a week-long investigation. You can and will have a difficult day without announcing that you have somehow failed at healing. Human beings are not finished products. You will still have moments, all right? That does not mean you belong to the past again. You are allowed to have scars and plans at the same time. You are allowed to remember and still be excited about tomorrow. Fucking stoked, right? You are allowed to know exactly what somebody did and still become increasingly uninterested in what happens to them next. That last part is powerful. Indifference is not always numbness. Sometimes it is completion. You stop needing the universe to show you the receipt. You stop measuring your restoration against their suffering. You stop asking whether life has punished them enough before giving yourself permission to be happy. Please be happy. Their punishment was never supposed to become your prerequisite for your peace. Your life can become beautiful while their lesson is still being delivered. Do not postpone joy until justice looks like the way you imagined it. If somebody knowingly created a debt through the way they move through this world, right? Let that debt belong to the person who created it. You do not need to collect. You do not need to remind karma of the address. You do not need to explain the route. The GPS is working. Meanwhile, there's another destination with your name on it. Keep moving towards that. Let God deal with what you cannot see. Let cause meet effect without your supervision. Let people encounter themselves wherever their choices eventually lead them. You have already spent enough of your life surviving what somebody else decided to do. Do not spend the next chapter waiting to watch them pay for it. Every season is not a healing season. Some seasons are for living so fully that healing becomes something you realize happened while you were busy becoming yourself again. That is where you are headed. Not back to the scene. Not into another investigation of why they did what they did. Forward. Karma knows where to find them. You have somewhere else to be.
End of message.